Michael, it's Gary Vaynerchuk. You're on with Aaron Dignan.
Hey, Gary V, New Jersey, in the house here.
Where, brother?
I'm in Ridgewood, New Jersey.
Know it well. Please say hello to Aaron.
Hello, Aaron. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man.
What's your question?
Up?
Hey, Gary. I've been an entrepreneur, if you want to say. Some days I've been a wantrepreneur.
Yep.
And I feel a bit of a pivot coming on because, you know, I'm older. I mean, I'm 59, but I've been mainly around tech. And what's a hot take for somebody who, like, I feel like I have a lot of skills, but I don't necessarily know which one to focus in on next. You know, like I make my living in real estate these days.
Well, what makes you happiest?
But,
yeah, what gets you fired up?
I gotta say, you know, once again, I feel like I want to go back to my tech roots and help people out versus
as a service provider.
Yeah, I got out of coding, you know, years ago because kids were doing it better than I was.
Makes sense.
You know,
that's why Kobe retired.
I'm a good interpreter.
By the way, I love that. But do you love it so much that it's like fuck it, and you want to like get back in the grind and get back in the quote unquote gym?
Yeah, I got to say that I think that I am a better interpreter of tech from people who do it well but don't, you know, hook up with humans as well, versus humans who don't understand tech. I'm stuck in the middle. I'm more like an analyst than I was a programmer. I still feel that way.
I would not dwell in the, you know, is it this skill, is it that skill? I would dwell on the problem. What's the problem you want to solve? Because if the problem you want to solve requires coding, then either you're going to have to do it or someone else is. If the problem you're solving requires coaching people, then you're going to have to do it or you're going to have to find someone to do it with. Like, I would just zero in on like, what's wrong with the world that I want to fix? And then let's figure out what skills are needed to do that by chasing it. But I would really spend more time worrying about what's broke.
Well,
let me ask you a literal question. Like, are you asking like, hey, I've got this real estate thing that's brewing, but what's your hot take on me starting a company around tech in some shape or form?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, because I see people popping up all over the place who want to be, let's say, influencers, you know, on Instagram on a local level, you know, doing social and stuff like that. But, you know, the consistency and the quality and stuff like that, they just aren't there, and they give up after a little bit.
Okay.
And I said, listen, man, I can help you. I mean, I go back to the 84, you know, the slide deck of yours, and, you know, that's like, if you want to say, you know, the Bible.
And so,
you know?
Do you want people to pay you to architect their tech advancements?
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'll give you my hints and stuff.
Go ahead.
But I'll walk the walk with you for a price. You know, I'll let you do on your own as much as you want.
I think you should definitely do it. I don't think smart people view somebody 59 as not capable of helping them in tech. I think that there's a lot of people who will ageism you, if that's the fear in this conversation. But there's a very easy way to fix that. Start putting out content. Yeah. Start talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
put out content. Put out what you're even hearing you now. I'm like, okay, this is good. Get more detailed in videos on Facebook. Speaking of Facebook, you have a mug on your Facebook page that you posted on May 12th, 2015. It's a Vermont cow mug. Do you still have it?
I think so.
I'll give you 25 cents for it. But think about this carefully, Michael. Like 50, that means you can
like
drive.
$50 here.
What's that?
I kind of feel that's a $50 item, and you want to pick my pocket.
You're gonna appreciate this. It's probably an $11 to $18 item, but let's play real life. If you then drive to Vayner and get to meet me for 5 minutes, I would argue that you're stealing an opportunity by selling your Vermont cow mug for 25 cents.
Hey, you want to know something? I just had a light bulb, like a 1,000-watt light bulb, go off.
And what did that light bulb say?
That light bulb is saying, "Damn, I got to find that mug."
Correct, because what just happened was one of the most meta moments in podcast history. I did that with you, hoping that you would say that I was potentially ripping you off, because I just used in real time the example that we started this podcast off with gloves in the cage. You hear me offer a quarter for something, your mind goes and says,
Not worth it.
this is not worth it. It's probably worth $10 to $50. What you didn't say is you didn't level it up to the forest instead of the tree and say, I can go meet Gary Vee and pick his brain for 5 minutes by taking this quarter, and that's probably worth $10,000.
Oh man,
He's looking for that mug
I
right
hear
now.
that you upped me one. Thank you very much.
And that's
Killer.
why it's super fun. So take me up on that. Find the mug and email me it, and we'll get you in here and say hello. You should absolutely attack. 59-year-olds know how to do technology, know how to project manage, but put out the content. You're very articulate. I like the way you talk even. Like, put out LinkedIn videos on your observations. You'll be stunned how much business you might be able to get in the 201.
Okay.
You got it.
Right on.